So hello students. So in the third part of our lesson, okay, we had defined order of a reaction. We had differentiated between the order of a reaction in terms of law of mass action and a rate law expression. Okay. So today what we are going to do is we are going to derive the rate expression, okay, units of rate constant for different order reactions. Okay. So again, let us just recapitulate the things which we have done earlier. So suppose if I write down this expression, A plus B gives us C. Okay. So what will be the rate in terms of law of mass action? So rate will be equal to K concentration of A, concentration of B. Okay. So in order to write down the rate law expression, we need some experimental data. We need some experimental data, okay, because rate law expression gives us the actual dependence of rate as determined experimentally. So here nothing is given, so we'll just express the rate in terms of law of mass action. Okay, now what is the order of this reaction? So the order of this reaction in is equal to sum of coefficients. What is the coefficient out here? 1 plus what is the coefficient out here? 1. So the value of n will be equal to 2. And in the part 3, again we discussed that, okay, there are different types of reactions. The order can be 0, it can be first order, it can be second order, or the order can be fractional as well. So it is not possible to remember the unit of K for each and every order reaction. So today what we are going to do is we are going to develop a very simple method by which, okay, we can determine the unit of K for any order reaction. Okay, so if you learn this, okay, you don't need to memorize the rate constant. You don't need to memorize the rate constant. Okay, so let us consider a reaction A, again B. Okay, so we don't know the order, so let us suppose that, let us write down that, let us consider, an nth order reaction. Okay, let us consider an nth order reaction. So what is the order of the reaction? The order of the reaction is n. Let us consider an nth order reaction. So now how do I express the rate in terms of A or in terms of B, which we have already discussed? So let us write down. So rate equals to, in terms of A, yes, we write down a minus sign out here, change in concentration, dA divided by time taken for the change, dt. Okay, and since this is an nth order reaction, this will be equal to K A. So what will be in the power of A? Yes, we have considered this reaction to be of nth order. Okay, we have considered this reaction to be of nth order. So what will be in the power of A? In the power of A, we are going to write down n, because the order of a reaction is n. We have assumed it. So if it were first order reaction, a to the power 1. If it was second order reaction, a to the power 2. If it was a fractional order reaction, a to the power half, a to the power 1 by 3, and so on. But here we have assumed it to be a nth order reaction. Okay, here we have assumed it to be a nth order reaction. Fine. Okay. So this is the change in concentration. This is the time taken for the change. So what is the unit of concentration? The unit of concentration is mole per liter. Mole per liter. I'm writing down the unit of change of concentration, mole per liter. What is the unit of time? The unit of time is second out here. The unit of time will be second. Okay. So this will be equal to K. So again, this is the concentration term. So what will be the unit of concentration? It will be mole per liter to the power n. This will be mole per liter to the power n. Got it? So now let us simplify this, right? Let us simplify this. So here I have mole per liter, here I have mole per liter to the power n. So therefore, K will be equal to mole per liter divided by mole per liter to the power n second. Fine. So I'm just simplifying the expression. I'm just simplifying the expression. Okay. So therefore, K will be equal to, so if I take this in the numerator side, okay, since these are same, if the base are same, okay, if the base are same, yes, powers can be added. So the general expression for unit of K will be mole per liter to the power 1 minus n second inverse. So I'm taking everything to the numerator side. Okay, so here we have 1. If I take this n in the numerator, 1 minus n second inverse. So this is the general expression for the unit of K for an nth order reaction. For an nth order reaction. Okay, for an nth order reaction, this is the general expression for unit of K. Now it becomes very easy for us now. So if I remember this, so what is the general expression for unit of K for a nth order reaction? It is mole per liter to the power 1 minus n second inverse. So for a zero order reaction, if n equals to 0, what will be the unit of K? Just I am going to substitute the value of order. So what is the order I have taken? 0. So if I place 0 out here, what will be the unit of K? It will be mole per liter second inverse. Yes, I don't have to mug up now. Fine. So for a first order reaction, what is going to be the unit of K? First order reaction means, so mole per liter 1 minus n second inverse. Right? So what is the value of n out here? 1. So here I'm going to substitute n by 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0 and anything to the power 0 is 1. So the unit of K for a first order reaction will be second inverse. Similarly, for a second order reaction, if n equals to 2, then so K will be equal to mole per liter again 1 minus n second inverse. Now what is the value of n? Second order reaction means the value of n will be 2 out here. So 1 minus 2 will be equal to minus 1. So what is the order? Okay, mole to the power minus 1, mole inverse, liter inverse, minus 1 into minus 1 will be plus 1, second inverse. So it will be liter mole inverse second inverse. So this is the technique. So you can calculate the unit of K for any order reaction. Suppose I am talking about a fractional order reaction, 3 by 4. I am talking about a fractional order reaction, 3 by 4. So what is going to be the unit of K for this fractional order reaction? So let me see. So K will be equal to mole per liter 1 minus n again second inverse. So here I've assumed the order to be fractional, 3 by 4. So instead of n, I'll put 3 by 4. So 1 minus 3 by 4 is how much? 1 minus 3 by 4 is 1 by 4. Fine. So what is the unit of K? So mole to the power 1 by 4, liter to the power minus 1 by 4, second inverse. So I suggest all the students to kindly follow this technique instead of mugging up. Okay, so if you remember the expression for unit of K for a nth order reaction, then it becomes very easy for us to calculate the unit of K for any order reaction. You just have to remember this, okay, and you just go on substituting the value of order of a reaction, right? Okay, so this is how we remember the units of K. And yes, questions are going to come from this topic. Questions are going to come from this topic. Okay, units से questions आएगा तुम लोग. Okay. Okay. So now let us move towards some few numericals. Okay, let us move towards some few numericals. Okay. So let me start with a very easy question. Okay. So the calculate the overall order calculate the overall order, calculate the overall order of a reaction which has the rate expression. So the rate expression is given. Okay. So I'll just add one thing. Also give the units of your rate constant K. Also give the units of rate constant K. Okay. So first one is A. So it's given rate equals to K. Fine. A to the power half and B to the power 3 by 2. So this is the rate expression. This is the rate expression. Okay. So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to calculate the overall order. So what is overall order? Overall order is the sum of the coefficients. Okay. So what is the order of this reaction? The order of this reaction, that is the value of n, is equal to the coefficients of A half plus 3 by 2. So which is equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. So the overall order is 2. What is the overall order? Overall order is 2. Overall order of this reaction is 2. It's a second order reaction. That means it is a second order reaction. Okay, overall order means therefore the value of n will be equal to 2. Now we also can say that, okay, just additional information, we say that the reaction is half order with respect to A, is half order with respect to A, and the reaction is 3 by 2 order with respect to B. So with respect to A, it is of half order. With respect to B, it is of 3 by 2 order. But overall order, the overall order is the sum of the coefficients. N equals to 2. Okay. Now the next part, let us come to the units of K. So what is the general expression? So it is mole per liter 1 minus n second inverse. It's mole per liter 1 minus n second inverse. So here what is the value of n? The value of n will be 2. So K will be equal to mole per liter. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Second inverse. So I'm not memorizing it. So the overall rate constant K, the unit of overall order of this reaction will be mole inverse liter second inverse. I can write down this as liter mole inverse second inverse. So these are the simple types of questions which usually comes in our board level. Okay, you are supposed to find out the overall order of the reaction. You are supposed to find out the unit of rate constant and so on. Okay, fine. Okay. So using the same technique, okay, so we can solve other type of numericals as well. Okay, so let us now move towards your next category of problem. Let us move towards your another category of problem. Okay, so you have to identify the order of a reaction. So identify the order of a reaction. Identify the order of a reaction. Okay, which has the following unit of rate constant, having the following unit of rate constant. So what is the unit of rate constant given? It's given out to be liter mole inverse second inverse. Now we know we are talking about a second order reaction, but we have to prove it that it is a second order reaction. Okay, so just by looking at the unit of K, we can say yes, it's a second order reaction. Just now we did for n equals to 2, this is the unit of K, but we need to prove this out here. So here unit is given. From the unit of K, you have to find out the order. In the previous case, order was given. From the order, we found out the unit of K. Okay, so this is just the opposite. Here unit of K is given. From the unit of K, you have to find out the order of a reaction. So this is second type of problem. This is your second category of problem. Fine. Okay. So what is the unit of K for a nth order reaction? So again, for a nth order reaction, okay, for a nth order reaction, we know the unit of K will be equal to mole per liter 1 minus n second inverse. Okay, so this is the unit of K for a nth order reaction. Okay, so we don't know the order, right? We don't know the order, we have assumed it to be. Okay, now let us suppose that mole per liter 1 minus n second inverse. Okay, so this is the expression for nth order reaction which we don't know. And in the given question, what is the unit of rate constant? It is equal to liter mole inverse second inverse. So let us equate. Let us equate this to. Fine, let us equate this to. So how do we simplify this again? Okay, so I write down this as mole per liter 1 minus n second inverse. So can I write down this mathematically as 1 by mole per liter second inverse? Yes, I can write this. Okay, so this I can write mathematically as 1 by mole liter inverse. So as this mole goes in the numerator, it will be mole inverse, liter inverse will be liter. Fine. So second inverse like this. Fine. So second inverse will get cancelled. Second inverse will get cancelled. So mole per liter 1 minus n mole per liter will be equal to 1 out here. Okay. So here I can say mole per liter, one when the base are same, powers can be added. Okay, when the base are same, powers can be added. So 1 plus 1, 2 minus n is equal to 1. Fine. Now see, look here. So we know anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. Anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, can I write this as mole per liter 2 minus n. So here we have 1. So this one I can write down this as mole per liter to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. So I'm just trying to make this same in the both hand side so that I can compare the powers out. Okay. So when the base are same, when the bases are equal, the power should also be equal. So this means that therefore 2 minus n should be equal to 0. Therefore, what is the value of n? The value of n will be 2. So using this technique, if the value of rate constant is given, we can find out the order of a reaction using this technique. Okay. So if the value of rate constant is given, if the unit of rate constant is given, then we can find out the order of the reaction. So go through these problems, practice these problems over and over again. So today we have learned how to calculate the unit of K for a nth order reaction, and if we remember the general expression, then we are in a position to calculate the unit of K for any order reaction. Right? Now we know the reactions which involves liquids and solids, they are expressed in concentration. But the reactions which involves gases, okay, we don't use the concentration term normally. What do we use? What do we measure for them? We measure the pressure. What do we measure? We measure the pressure. Okay, so for gaseous reactions, for gaseous reactions. For gaseous reactions, what do we measure? We measure the pressure. And what is the unit of pressure? What are the units of pressure? The units of pressure can be atm. Fine, it can be atm, it can be bar. Okay, and there is a relationship between atm and bar. So the units of pressure can be atm, it can be bar, it can be centimeter of mercury, and so on. So now, what is the method for calculating the unit of K in terms of gaseous reaction? Okay, again, let us come to the same point now. So for a innate order reaction, again, innate order reaction, what is the general expression? K. So it was mole per liter 1 minus N second inverse. Fine. So what I'm trying to say is, for reaction involving liquids and solids, we use concentration term. But for reaction which involves gases, okay, we normally measure the pressure of the gas, not the concentration. So what we are going to do, simply I'm going to replace this concentration term by pressure. So if I take the units of pressure to be atm, my expression is going to be, say, atm to the power 1 minus n second inverse. Okay, so I've derived from here. So what am I doing? I'm just substituting, I'm replacing concentration by pressure units out here. So I'm going to do this for what kind of reactions? For reactions involving gases. So I'm going to do this for reaction involving gases. Okay. So now we know the units of K for gaseous reaction, okay, and for reaction involving solids and liquids in terms of concentration and in terms of pressure. So if you remember one, moles per liter, 1 by n. So what am I going to do in terms of pressure? I'm going to substitute this by pressure units. That's all. Now let us discuss other type of reaction. Okay, let us discuss other type of questions which might come in, which might come. Okay. Okay. So question goes like this. In a reaction, if the concentration of, in a reaction, okay, if the concentration of reactant A is tripled, okay, the rate increases by, it's given, 27 times. The rate of a reaction increases by 27 times. What is the order of the reaction? What is the order of the reaction? And the reaction here is given, say, A, B. It's given in the question A, B. So let us analyze this type of numericals. Okay, let us analyze this type of problems. So again, very famous in your board level. So it's given out, a hypothetical reaction is given A to B. Okay, so and it said that if you increase the concentration of reactant, okay, by how many times? It is tripled. If you triple the concentration of reactant, then the rate increases by 27 times. And using this information, we are supposed to calculate the order of the reaction. So we don't know the order of a reaction. Eh? We know the reaction, it's given. So let the rate, so I'll denote this rate by R naught. Okay, we don't know the order. Let this rate be equal to K A to the power N. I don't know the order of a reaction. We don't know the order of a reaction and assume it to be N. Fine. So according to the question, now what happens? If I triple the concentration of A, the rate of a reaction increases by 27 times. Okay, so it's given that the rate of a reaction increases by 27 times. It becomes 27 times the initial rate. When does this happen? So R naught denotes the initial rate. Now, when you increase the concentration of A by 3 times, the rate increases by 27 times. So the rate increases by 27 times when the concentration of reactant is tripled. When the concentration of reactant is tripled. Okay, so when the concentration of reaction becomes 3 times the initial value, the rate increases by 27 times. So I've given equation 1 and equation 2. Now what am I going to do? Dividing 2 by 1. I'm going to divide equation 2 by 1. So let us divide now. So 27 into R naught divided by R naught will be equal to K 3A to the power N K A to the power N. So it's a simple mathematical operation I'm carrying on. I'm just dividing this. Okay. So when you divide it, R naught will get cancelled. K will get cancelled. So ultimately, what do I get? Ultimately, what do I have? So I have 3A to the power N, A to the power N. So I can write this as 3A by A to the power N. Okay. Powers are same. Fine. Is equal to 27. So here A will also get cancelled. 3A to the power n, A to the power n. A to the power n, A to the power n will get cancelled. Now 3 to the power n equals to 27. 27 means 3 to the power 3. 27 means 3 to the power 3. And from the law of indices, what do we know? When the base are same, when the base is equal, the powers has to be equal. So therefore, what is the order of reaction? N is equal to 3. N is equal to 3. So this type of numericals, this category of numericals must be solved in this way. So first, what did I do? I'm supposed to calculate the order of a reaction. Okay, so I assume that the initial rate is equal to K A to the power N. I've assumed the order to be N or X, Y, Z, whatever. So I have placed N out there. Fine. Now, according to the question, when the concentration of reactant is tripled, the rate of a reaction increases by 27 times. Fine. So now simple mathematical calculations. I am dividing equation 2 by equation 1. Now you can divide 1 by 2 as well. Then by carrying out simple mathematical calculation, what did I do? I made the base equal. When the base are equal, the power should be equal. So what is the value of n? The value of n is equal to 3 out here. Okay, the value of n is equal to 3. That means we are talking about a third order reaction out here. Okay, we are talking about a third order reaction. Fine. Okay, so this is one type of problem. So now let me again discuss another category of numericals which might come in, which might come. Okay. So let me consider a reaction, again a hypothetical reaction, A plus 2B equals to say C. Okay, and the rate law expression is given, it's given rate law expression. So rate equals to K A B to the power 2, it's given. Fine. So now the question is, what is the effect on rate? What is the effect on rate when your concentration of A is doubled? Number two, concentration of both A and B are doubled. And I'll add one more. The volume of vessel is halved. Okay. So the reaction is given. The rate law expression is also given. The rate law expression is also given. So the question says, what is the effect on rate when the concentration of A is doubled? Concentration of both A and B are doubled. and the volume of the vessel is halved. So let us analyze this question. Okay. So what is the rate, initial rate expression? So I'll just write down rate as R naught is equal to K A B to the power 2. Fine. Now what is happening? You are doubling the concentration of A. The concentration of A is doubled. Okay. So as soon as you double the concentration, so obviously the rate is going to change. I'll denote this by R0 naught. Okay, the rate will change. You are doubling the concentration of A means the rate will change. So I'm just denoting the new rate by R naught dash out A. So this is equal to K. Now the concentration of A is double means it becomes twice A, B to the power 2. Okay, so R naught dash will be equal to twice into K A B to the power 2. Fine, I'm taking this constant B outside. Now what is this? This is the initial rate. This was the initial rate. So the new rate R naught dash becomes equal to twice the initial rate. Fine. So when the concentration of A is doubled, it becomes twice A. That means that the new rate becomes twice the initial rate. This is the initial rate, R naught. The new rate becomes twice the initial rate. Now using the same technique, we can solve the second problem. Now in the second problem, okay, concentration of both A and B are doubled. Obviously now the rate will change. Let it be denoted by R naught double prime out here. Here concentration of both A and B are doubled. So concentration of A is doubled means I'll write down 2s A. Concentration of B is also doubled means I'll write down twice B out here. Square. Fine. So I'm just doubling the concentration. Twice A, twice B. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. This is equal to 8 times K concentration of A, concentration of B square. Again, what is this? This is the initial rate. So that means if the concentration of both A and B are doubled, the rate of a reaction increases by 8 times. The rate of a reaction increases by 8 times. Fine, the rate of the reaction increases by 8 times. So this is how you solve this type of questions. Now let us move towards the last question. Let us move towards the last. So volume of the vessel is halved. So how is volume related to concentration? We know concentration is equal to number of moles by volume. Okay, concentration is number of moles by volume. So what are you doing? The vessel in which the reaction is taking place. Okay, you are reducing the volume of the vessel by half. Initially it was V means now it will be half of B. Number of moles will remain the same. You are just decreasing the volume of the vessel by half. So now what is the new volume? Half of V. Okay, yeah, decreasing the volume of the vessel by half. So what is the new concentration? C is equal to twice NV. So that means when you decrease the volume of the vessel by half, that means the concentration again increases by 2 times. Fine, we have related volume with the concentration. So concentration is number of moles by volume. So according to the question, the volume of the volume of the vessel is reduced by half. It becomes half of V. So mathematically it becomes twice the initial concentration. This means if you decrease the volume of the vessel by half, the concentration of the reactants are going to get doubled. Again, the same question as number 2. So now what will happen to the new concentration again? It will get doubled. Since the volume of the vessel is halved, the concentration gets doubled. Okay, the concentration gets doubled out. So again, as before, this will be equal to 8 times the initial rate. So students, today I have discussed the types of problems related to this order. So in my next class, I'll be moving towards the examples of order of a reaction, okay, and derivation of your rate expression for zero order and first order reactions. Fine. So in order to get regular updates, you can like and subscribe my channel so that you will get regular updates. Okay.